How much are we talking? Now back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Hey, jingity jing. Money the donkey. Jingity jing. Christmas donkey.
Oh man, if you don't play this at your holiday parties and invite Mike Bianchi to them, you are failing. By the way, we have a holiday party coming up, our very own Game On Christmas party. And that will be on Friday, December 19th. We will most assuredly play that song so that we can all dance and frolic to it. We invite you to join us. I'll give you some more information on that in just a moment. But it's time for our daily coach quote.
This is Jamal Mosley, head coach of the Orlando Magic, and this is your daily coach quote of the day.
Our daily source of inspiration and motivation. And by the way, we are now streaming live video feed on YouTube and on Twitter at 96.9 Game On. Today is about who you are after the fall. This isn't a quote. This is more of a passage. This is from Sonny Vaccaro. You don't know the names. Sonny Vaccaro is the marketing rep for Nike that signed a guy by the name of Michael Jordan. Worked out well. But this details the greatness of folks like Michael Jordan. He said, the story never ends at the summit. The pathway down becomes dangerous as the admirers become slayers who relentlessly tear down what they once erected. The greatest American story does not come from the rise. It comes from the fall, with a face torn, pride wounded, and the wonderment of what happened to my allies. The chairs in your home, once overflowing, are now empty as you acquaint yourself with aloneness. You are left with one simple question. Who are you now? That's your daily coach quote.
It's a little depressing, sort of.
Success is a lonely endeavor, and the fall is inevitable. How you deal with that is the true mark of who you are.
Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go with like an age motivational quote in honor of Phillip Rivers signing with the Colts. Age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it don't matter. Yeah.
That's right. Phillip Rivers, I think it might say on his tombstone, I had to get out of the house. Phillip Rivers is a grandpa now. I think this might be, if he starts a game, I think it could be the first grandpa to start at quarterback in NFL history.
Yeah, the Colts aren't actually paying him a salary. They're just going to put all of his kids through college.
I think that would actually cost more than what they're paying him. I'm not even kidding. I'm pretty sure that would cost more than what they are paying him. Our text question today, what's the one thing that we have to have at our Game On Christmas party? And if you think that the answer is you out there, well, then tell us. We have an RSVP list that is somewhat limited, so we want you to participate with us today. And moving forward, we will fill up our RSVP list by the end of the week. We have about 30 spots available in the performance studio. We're going to do a live show in front of a live audience, and then right after we go off the air, we'll have food, we'll have drinks that are provided to you. We have door prizes, game tickets for different football games, basketball games, UCF stuff, and Game On merch, all of which will just be given to you as a holiday thank you from Bianchi, Jaden, and myself. That is on Friday, December 19th. Space is limited, so you'll have to win your way in. I grandfathered a couple people in that have been to our Christmas party the last 2 years, but we're definitely going to give some away on the show.
There'll probably be food and beverage before the show's over, right? Like, I think the actual party, doesn't it start like around what?
4 is when we're going to let people in the door, and I would think the food and drink. I don't have confirmation on when that's arriving, but I would think that it'll arrive at that time.
Right. Yeah.
So what is the one must at any Christmas party for you, Mike? The one must
besides the alcohol.
And if that's your answer. The drinks were flowing last night. We had the iHeart Radio Orlando Christmas party. It was awesome. Great scene downtown.
I had to go to the Touchdown Club last night because I'm the MC. I'm sorry I missed the iHeart. Well, I heard there was good food there.
Great food, and you get a couple of drink tickets when you walk in. That always hits nice. You get the vibrations going before you start talking to people. That way you can have interesting conversations. And that is definitely a must. I think good music at the right volume is another important one. You don't want it too loud, Mikey.
No, you don't want it too loud. And you want Christmas music.
Yeah,
too, right.
I think you want Christmas music. That's something upbeat. Not all Christmas music can you kind of vibe to. So the playlist has to be on point. Text in. Let us know what you think. 50857. Up next. Are the Jags for real? Seriously. Is this team as good as they look? We'll ask Mia O'Brien about it next.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Hey, Central Florida, it is the Bulldog, Mike Bianchi. If you are looking for a truck, you know who has been your truck headquarters for 50 years. That's right, Don Mealy Chevrolet out there in Claremont, celebrating their 50th anniversary right here in Central Florida. And right now they have the Chevy Red Tag event happening at Don Mealy. And if you've been waiting to upgrade your ride, now is the time, baby. Right now, get 0% APR for 36 months on a new 2026 Chevy Silverado, plus get $3,250 in customer cash, $1,500 in bonus cash, $1,250 in trade assistance, and a Don Mealy discount of up to $7,000. You add it all up, that's $13,000 in total savings. Looking for something more family friendly? Get 0% APR for 36 months on a new 2026 Chevy Equinox or Trailblazer as well. Visit Don Mealy Chevrolet or shop anytime at DonMealyChevy.com, because when the red tags are gone, so are the deals. Chevy, together, let's drive.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Bettsmiths. Good news to my fellow sports fanatics. Everyone, including yourself, is on the nice list over on Hard Rock Bet. Sign up, place a $5 wager. If it wins, you score $150 in bonus bets on top of your winnings. A winning bet and a boosted bankroll. Now that is a gift worth unwrapping. Head to Hard Rock Bet, see what they have in store for you. Tonight, I'm looking at a prop. Jalen Suggs, he's going to take some of the scoring load off of Paolo's shoulders. No Franz tonight, of course. I like him to go over 18.5 points scored. I also took Texas Tech to win the college football playoff at plus 850. Those odds are out there to be had. The Miami Hurricanes sitting at 20-1 if they are more your flavor. Also installed as 4-point underdogs against the Aggies. All of this and more found over on Hard Rock Bet. Head to Hard Rock and roll with us. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
They won't say it, but after a crash, your car may lose value, even if it's fixed. It's called diminished value, and we know how to go after it. Farah and Farah. It's what we're built for. Call us.
Orlando. Join us daily on 96.9 The Game for your Embers Only Cigar of the Week. Brought to you by Corona Cigar Company. Luxury cigar lifestyle, fine spirits, and relaxation await at your nearest Corona Cigar. Dr. Phillips, downtown, Heathrow, or online at coronacigar.com.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. Warrants reserved.
We love stats, facts, and figures on this show. And what about this one? Your AC system consumes up to 80% of your electric bill, and a new AC system can save you up to 75% on the AC portion of your bill. That could save you a substantial amount of money in the long run, and Mills Air is here to help. Mills Air will get you feeling right. They'll have you living comfortably, and they'll do it all without breaking the bank. The best AC company in the market market, bar none. I've used them for years, and you'll love it too. 407-277-1159 and online at millsair.com.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
My debit card.
their debit card.
Where'd I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya Kuselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit Tremfya.com.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you have a plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today, 407-204-0300. That's 407-204-0300.
Annuities, non-advisory products. DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures at trajanwealth.com.
At Target, great memories start with great prices. Get gingerbread house kits for just $12, plus all the Wondershop baking must-haves. Gather the whole fam, grab some gingerbread kits, and start building sweet moments together. Then keep the joy rolling, baking up tasty treats with Wondershop that'll make the season a blast. Make unforgettable memories with incredible prices on gingerbread kits and Wondershop baking essentials. And step into the holidays, only at Target. Restrictions apply.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. It's your last chance to get exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 35% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
Eustace Roofing. New roof, no mess.
This report is furnished by Genuine.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Tuesday, it's going to be a cool one. We are expecting temperatures to stay well below our normal highs, the mid-70s, and only make it to around 69 degrees in Orlando after starting off our day with temperatures in the 40s and 50s. We will see some slow and steady improvements as we head towards the end of this week. So for today, a high of 69, but we'll bounce back to a high of around 73 degrees for tomorrow. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
Now you don't just hear it, you see it. iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine.
Felt like you missed something this morning?
It's becoming a disgusting habit at this point.
You did. You can listen while you get ready in the morning.
Wake up with us.
Just tell Alexa to play 96.9 The Game. Let's hit the local beat and see what's happening with the teams that call the state of Florida home. Sending you back to the studio. It's Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Another week, another win for the Jacksonville Jaguars. We're trying to link up with our weekly Jags insider, Mia O'Brien, but to no avail right now. If we get her on, then you'll be the first to know, my friends. But, Mike, what a win that was. I know Daniel Jones got hurt, but I made this statement yesterday. I wonder if you agree. With the way the Jags were playing, Trevor Lawrence had it dialed in. The team was running the ball well. Daniel Jones has nothing to do with Travis Etienne being able to run the football. I thought the Jags were going to win that game either way. The only difference was that it became a whole lot easier to get that job done when Daniel Jones went out of the game.
Yeah, I mean, when you have Brian Thomas Jr. making one-handed catches, yeah, and I don't want to jinx my Jaguars, but dare we say, with the Colts now signing Phillip freaking Rivers as their starting, I don't know if he's going to be their starting. I guess he's going to be their starting quarterback. Who's starting for the Colts? Anthony Richardson, of course, is hurt. He's on injured reserve.
Can you believe that this was his opportunity to get back out on the field, and he's still out with an orbital bone fracture? I cannot believe this is how this guy's career is going, because they would have to turn to him. I know that Shane Steichen has sold all of his Anthony Richardson stock, but he's still a guy they took in the first round. They just need a warm body. I think they're going to end up playing Brett Rippon at quarterback, and then maybe eventually they'll turn to Phillip Rivers. Right now, they just need quarterbacks on the roster.
But what I was going to say is, because of the Colts quarterback situation, I take it back. I was going to say, dare we say that the Jaguars are going to cruise into the playoffs? The Texans are still lurking back there. But you look at the Jags' schedule. I'm at the Titans, Steelers. I'm sorry. Where am I?
The Jags' schedule is Jets, Broncos. At Denver is going to be a tough game. Then you play the
Broncos,
Colts.
Titans. Yeah.
So they should
the
go
Broncos
3-1.
Right. They're going to cruise in, right?
To the playoffs?
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's already a done deal. The question is, can they go 3-1? Because if they do, they're going to lock up the division. But Houston is lurking, and that would be the concern. The way that the AFC is shaping up right now, I think the Jags end up winning the division. Houston looks like a legitimate Super Bowl contender with the defense they have, and I really like C.J. Stroud. So they're going to get in. They'd be a wild card just because they're behind a Jags team that has a win on them and has an easy schedule to wrap up. So then you have the Texans as one of the two or one of the three wild card teams. Then it's about who are the other two. The Patriots certainly are going to lose their spot at the top of the AFC East. And we know the Bills are going to get in. Okay, now we're down. We have two of the three wild cards figured out. The Bills and the Texans are in. There's one spot available. That's going to go to either the Chargers, the Ravens, the Chiefs, or the Dolphins, and outside shot on the Cincinnati Bengals. So really, when you think about it, I think the Jags do wrap up the AFC South. There's effectively one playoff spot available in the AFC, and it's going to be very interesting to see who ends up gobbling that up.
And the Jaguars, Mike, I mean, even Trevor Lawrence.
I thought that was one of the best games of his career.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence is on a heater, I guess you'd say, right?
Yeah, and I've really settled into. I feel like I'm actually figuring out who Trevor Lawrence is.
Who is he?
We all thought he was going to be Peyton Manning coming into the NFL, and it turns out he's his brother. I think Trevor Lawrence is Eli Manning. That is exactly who this guy is. He's a turnover machine, high drafted player, pedigree coming in. Never felt like he was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. At no point in Eli Manning's career did we ever say, all right, name the top three quarterbacks, and Eli Manning was on the list. And I think Trevor Lawrence will never be on that list for the rest of his career.
Oh, he's Eli Manning without the 2 Super Bowls?
But that's the point, is that Eli Manning is just good enough with a pass rush on the other side and somebody to hand the ball off to. He got hot, and he did it twice in his career. I think Trevor Lawrence is good enough. We're seeing him on a heater right now. If the Jags were in the playoffs, who'd want to run into the Jags? And maybe they keep this going into the postseason. I think Trevor Lawrence finally have figured it out. He's Eli Manning. Good enough to get it done, not good enough to be one of the best in the NFL.
As I've said throughout Trevor Lawrence's career, I still need to see just a little bit more. I mean, what is he on a 2-game heater here? I still need to see just a little bit more.
Well, the team is on a 4-game heater right now.
Yeah.
But he looked really good over the weekend and did it in rain too. I mean, you had a sloppy field and a sloppy quarterback. Usually that does not pair well together. Amazing what you saw over the weekend, given that you had sloppy Trevor Lawrence in sloppy conditions play well, and Tua played well in cold weather. It's like bizarro world we're living in right now.
Yeah.
And then the Bucs lost to the Saints.
And Shedeur Sanders looked like a first-round draft pick.
Certainly looked better than the other guy, even though the Titans won the game. That was because their run game was unstoppable against the Cleveland Browns. Crazy stuff always in the NFL. Up next, we've got your texts, your talkbacks. Get it going, 50857. What do you need at a holiday party? Plus, I cannot wait to get Bianchi's full-fledged thoughts on the college football playoff, the bracket, and perhaps share some insight on our Heisman votes coming up after this.
With Bianchi and Kravitz.
This is your Tools Ace hardware assist of the night. Nothing quite hits like a Jalen Suggs 3.
Whack into the corner for Suggs. He'll try a 3. That is up and good. Jalen Suggs rolling. Said hi to Paige Becker's back down the floor.
I'm gearing up to watch Suggs at it again tonight. And if you're gearing up for game day, Tools Ace is your MVP for grilling greatness. From Big Green Egg to Traeger, they've got everything you need to fire up the flavor. 14 Central Florida locations, including their brand new store in downtown Windermere. Tools Ace is your neighborhood home maintenance expert, the helpful place every night and the best stop before the game. ToolsAceHardware.com. Go find and go Magic.
You know, it's actually been relatively cool lately, which means now is the best time to call Ziegler Air Conditioning for your annual maintenance check. Jason and his crew have been keeping Central Florida cool for 40 years. They know what Florida heat can do to your system. Believe me, they don't just show up like some companies and say, hey, it looks good. They actually take things apart. They check every connection, lubricate every part, and blow all that gooky gunk out of your drain lines to make sure you're running efficiently before the next heat wave closes in. And here's the other thing, the main thing I love about Ziegler Air. When you need them most, they're always there. On a recent holiday weekend, they showed up within an hour and saved the day for me and my family. They're honest, quick, and never pushy. Just pros doing what they do best. Give them a call, 407-245-8765, 407-245-8765. Ziegler Air Conditioning. Don't ever lose your cool.
There's an accident partially blocking the ramp from the express lanes of I-4 westbound State Road 408. And accidents on John Young Parkway southbound at Whisper Lake Boulevard, slowing things down, and traffic starting to get by now on the ramp from I-95 southbound at LPGA Boulevard. That's partially blocked there now. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Have an easy holiday only at Staples. Save on top tech and gaming gifts, plus shipping supplies and services for safe delivery. Don't miss 50% off custom cards, photo gifts, wrapping paper, and more. Visit staples.com/print for details. Staples, that was easy.
Christmas music playing right now on Magic 107.7. Magic 107.7.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Orlando's Christmas station.
Nugget bells, nuggets all the way.
Hi, I'm Kylie.
I'm John.
And I'm Garrison.
And a little thing we love about the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets
Is sharing them when we cut down the Christmas tree.
we will pack the car with gifts. And of course, we go and pick up our family's favorite nuggets.
Every nugget is tasty times quadrillion.
And we get all the sides.
Yeah, the ooey gooey mac and cheese is a big hit.
Share the nuggets, share the joy. Order the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
My debit card.
their debit card.
Where did I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump or the checkout counter or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank NA, member FDIC.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and don't know what to do. You know who to call. Farah and Farah. Orlando.
If you want your windows there in Reese, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with Reese Windows and Doors. Trusted for over 50 years to deliver the highest quality factory direct impact windows available, with most installs done in under 8 weeks. And now the giveaway is bigger than ever. Win $25,000 in brand new windows absolutely free. Just text WOW to 20129. Already entered? Then you're automatically eligible to win $25,000 in windows. Don't wait. Text WOW to 20129.
When fire causes major damage, the road to recovery can feel overwhelming. Paul Davis Restoration responds fast with the expertise to handle even the largest fire losses. Learn more at office.pauldavis.com. Paul Davis Restoration. When things go wrong, we do what's right.
Follow The Game on Facebook at 96.9 The Game. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The free iHeartRadio app is the #1 app for the holidays.
Have a holly jolly Christmas.
The amazing iHeart Christmas and playlist you'll love all in one place. Open the app, search holiday, and let the festivities begin.
Thanks to you, thousands of teachers now have the tools they need to thrive, and their students do too.
Oh my gosh, yeah. To receive the nomination, Beyondward. Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
We really appreciate it.
That is so exciting.
iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose, building brighter futures one classroom at a time.
I'm certain it's going to be well spent. It takes a lot of tools to make our program run.
And we're just getting started. Help keep the momentum going and nominate a teacher who's made a difference in your life at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Coming soon.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Trivia question today for the Hardy ticket. The song All My Rowdy Friends was remade to be the Monday Night Football song for a few seasons. In the actual song, what was the thing that Hank Williams got on his blue jeans at the beginning of the song? Mike, do you know the answer?
I got ketchup on my blue jeans. I just burned my hand. Lord, it's hard to be a bachelor man. I got girls that can cook. I got girls that can clean. I got girls that can do anything in between. Gotta get ready to make everything right. Oh, my rowdy friends are coming over today.
You did not miss one word.
Listen to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the iHeartRadio app.
I've been telling you guys about Kevin Krager with LPT Realty, one of the top 25 producing agents in Central Florida. My guy is money, and he joins me now to chat about the latest in real estate. What's the one piece of advice that you would give to first-time home buyers?
Interview agents and ask important questions. Ask what's important to that agent. Make sure that that agent is listening to you and understands what it is that you need when you're buying a house. There's hundreds of thousands of agents across this country, and a lot of people can buy and sell real estate, but to protect what you're doing, you need to make sure that that agent is really connected with you, really listening to you, and has your best interest at heart. It's not just a paycheck for me. It's not just a paycheck for a lot of agents, but I want a long-lasting relationship. I'm going to give loyalty to you. And then I also would say, as a home buyer, giving loyalty back to that agent, because at some point you're going to want to sell that house.
Trust and loyalty. You can count on Kevin for that. He'll move you right along through the real estate buying and selling process. 407-702-4635.
WYGM Orlando, WJRR HD2, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Welcome back to the premier afternoon sports show in the state of Florida. Game On with Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
It's the most wonderful time.
It certainly is. And it's even more wonderful if you step inside the walls of your local wing house. On Tuesdays, it's a triple threat. $3 street tacos packed with bold flavor, Sip on $3 well drinks and enjoy a refreshing $3 16-ounce domestic draft. It's the perfect midweek escape with unbeatable deals, a laid-back vibe. Whether you're flying solo, you're rolling deep with the crew, Taco Tuesday at Wing House, always a vibe. Wing House, good food, beautifully served. Mike, I am procrastinating when it comes to my holiday shopping. And I don't know why. I'm usually better than this, but I just am not on top of it this year. And what happens is I've done this before where you wait too long and then the price starts going up. You know why? Because the thought process behind the gift goes down and at least this is what I do. I overcompensate for a lack of creativity with money. Which I don't know. Maybe that works out. Maybe that works out for other people.
Now, who are you in charge of shopping for? The lovely Mallory. Is she in charge of
shopping for
child?
Owen? Yes. Yeah. She's in charge of the child.
Okay, so all you really have is one.
He's
person.
the easy one. You just go down the toy section and you just kind of like run your hand over everything and let it fall in the cart, and I can wrap it up. There you go, kid.
Get him some silly putty. They still make silly putty?
I think that's been outlawed by now. There's probably some chemical in that that's not good for you.
Oh God, it's
got mercury in it or something like that.
Yeah, and kids, I used to eat it, try to eat it.
That explains a lot, actually. we did ask that you text in today. What is your one must at any Christmas party? We invite you to ours. We're going to come up with different ways to get you guys involved in that. But the number one way to do it today is to let us know what is a must at any Christmas party, and then tag whether you're leaving us a talk back or you're on the text line at 50857. Let us know that you want to come. We only have 30 spots available. So this is for folks that are going to arrive on December 19th. Performance Studio here in Maitland, where we do the show from every day. And we've got food, we've got drinks, we've got prizes. It's going to be a good time. I heard Santa might come, all that kind of stuff. Brian has checked in on the talkback. Let's hear it.
What up, guys? You got to put me on the Christmas party list. Cool Daddy spent 32 years in 6th grade, just retired. Now I work at the golf course. I'll get Mike a special 12-hole rate. I'll give Brandon free IPAs. You can do whatever you want. But all these years you've been letting me win prizes with headlines or whatever. I just wanted to come say thank you and Merry Christmas. So put Cool Daddy on the list. I'm out.
Cool Daddy, you're on it. You're on it. Oh, you had me at I, P, and A. Thank you. He's in. I'm convinced.
What about ugly sweaters?
Yeah, I think there needs to be a few. I don't need the entire party coated with ugly sweaters.
Plus, in Florida, it's usually hot.
Yeah.
Christmas.
One of the nicest thing that the listeners ever did for me is they banded together years ago and got me an ugly Miami Dolphins Christmas sweater. It's so cool with a Jalen Waddle penguin on it. I still have it. I might wear it to the Christmas party. It meant a lot at the time. I think Santa hats are one, everybody to enjoy, to make it feel different. Because really a Christmas party, you've got food, you've got drinks, you've got music. You could do that throughout the entire year. So you have to have the festiveness. Can't just be in the music. It has to be in the feel. The Christmas sweater is part of it. I also think rocking the Santa hat, somebody with something blinking on their head, maybe some moose reindeer ears, also important.
You know what else?
Somebody said ketchup.
No, but you know what is a ketchup?
Ketchup. Yeah, somebody said ketchup. I mean, you're not wrong. If you got food, you probably got something that dips well in ketchup.
You gotta have some eggnog. You gotta have.
I was waiting for somebody to say it.
Eggnog. I love me some eggnog.
In a big bowl where you just scoop
big
it out.
old bowl of eggnog. Yeah, you scoop it out with a ladle, and that's good. That's good eggnog.
You know what? You know what that is? That's a how.
That is. I love me. I like eggnog spiked, but I like unspiked eggnog as well. It's so bad for you, but it's so good.
You know, that's what the holidays are all about. It's not
Never
about
had
what
eggnog.
you've never what?
Never had eggnog.
Okay, this is
Can't
happening.
ride a bike and never had eggnog. My God.
How have you made it this far? What have you been doing your whole life?
Surviving.
Okay, Game On is going to continue. I see we have some finalists that have made it to New York City. Mendoza, Pavia, Love, Sayin, the Heisman Trophy finalists. Were they on our ballots? I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. So Mike is going to ask me questions. I may reveal things. I might not. Also, want to get his take on Miami sneaking into the college football playoff. Alabama's ranking unfazed, even though they got blasted by Georgia. We're back with all of that commentary. More Game On coming up right after this 60-second Fox update.
Your face and bald. Very bald. Let's send you to the studio for the premier afternoon sports show in the state of Florida. Game On with Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
Welcome back to the show, live in Orlando, Jacksonville, and Tallahassee. It's Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz, the premier sports talk radio show in the state of Florida. Light us up. Mills Air text line at 50857. Enter the Rage Cage as well on the iHeartRadio talkback. Just tap that microphone icon when you're listening on iHeart and let it fly. Your message will be sent directly to us. It's like a fast pass to get yourself onto this show.
Turn that up for a minute. Turn that up for a minute. Who is this?
This is somebody by the name of Delta Goodram. Am I reading that right?
Sounded good. I don't know. I threw it on
Yeah,
it.
sounds pretty good. I like it.
I thought it was Dolly Parton.
Yeah, sounded a little country.
Yeah, a little country Christmas. Never hurt nobody. So the Heisman finalists have been revealed. I am now new to this process. I was, I've been following the Heisman Trophy since I was a kid, but now having a vote, getting the emails, getting the link, and being able to submit my three nominees in order, and then seeing how quickly the process has turned around and the invitees are, and the finalists are set. The turnaround was a lot quicker than I would have thought. I would have thought it would have taken them longer to tally the votes from everybody around the country.
We used to have to do paper ballots that we'd have to mail in through the snail mail. Yeah.
Yeah, I did I did it so quick on I think I did it Sunday night while I was watching Sunday Night Football, and I thought, okay, is that it? I feel like I should do something else. Do I need to record a video? Well, it's awesome, and I'm humbled by being added to the Heisman list. It was a very cool moment for me, and clicking the button and submitting my final vote. Feel very confident with the players and the order in which I submitted. I don't know what the protocol is here. Now that I've already voted, you can't say it, right?
Yeah, you can't really say who you voted for. But let me just ask you this, Kravitz. We saw the four finalists, all right? The obvious choices: Mendoza, Pavia, Sayin, and
Jeremiah Love.
And Jeremiah Love. All right. So, obvious choices. You are allowed to say, of those four, are does your list include 3 of those 4?
My list includes 2 of those 4.
Okay, so there's somebody on your ballot who's not among the finalists.
Correct.
Right. Me
Yeah.
too. Me
And
too.
I took that as a badge of honor. Like I didn't just follow the herd, you know.
Right.
When I saw that, I thought, okay, good. I did my own research, came to my own conclusion, and it's not like everybody else's. I mean, the top 2 are obvious. I'm sure that most individuals that submitted their ballots had, in some order, Fernando Mendoza and Diego Pavia.
Yeah, and Mendoza's going to win it. I mean, Mendoza, I don't know that he should, but it's hard to argue against him as well.
When I was doing my research on this and trying to come to the determination, because I don't think there's that one obvious. There's some years where it's just clear that there's one person. I think there is some debate to be had, and the debate to me is about team success, what that player has meant to that team success versus a level of team success and some wild statistics. And I think that Pavia is more of the statistical phenomenon because of what he does with his legs. And then
what he's meant to that team.
But what he's meant to that team part, I can also ascribe to Mendoza. And so I think it comes down to stats versus efficiency, maybe, and what you value more. And then I also think, I wonder if part of this process is a little tad bit unfair because it's a regular season award, but you're submitting your vote right after the conference championship game. And the last image in all of our minds is Fernando Mendoza completing a pass down the right side of the field to secure a win for Indiana. And Pavia, of course, did not get that opportunity because Vanderbilt wasn't in the SEC title game. So I wonder if maybe should that, in your opinion, should that be part of it? I think it has to be because you're watching that before you submit the vote. So anything that you see before you submit should be part of the data set, but it does tilt things a little bit.
I want to push back a little bit on what you said. You could use the same argument for Mendoza and what he's meant to the team. Yes, he's meant a lot to Indiana, but he wasn't the quarterback of Indiana last year. I think most people give Kurt Cignetti the brunt of the credit for what Indiana has become, and rightfully so. So to me, and again, it's not Mendoza's fault that he's the Indiana quarterback this year and he wasn't the quarterback of last year.
Yeah, well, they didn't go undefeated and win the Big Ten last year either.
Yeah, but they won 11 games and had an historic season last year. And so I just think Pavia's emergence at Vanderbilt, and I'm not saying I voted for Pavia. I'm just saying Pavia's emergence at Vanderbilt coincided with the rise of Vanderbilt. So that's why I think he means more to his program than Mendoza does.
And then it comes down to how much do you factor that in? This is why I created a point system for myself, because I think I can get lost in that thought process and you end up valuing one thing over the other. If I just put a number to it, then I can kind of take the guesswork out of that. And and I kind of let the numbers speak for themselves. I'll leave it at that. I want your reaction to what Hunter Yurachek said after the college football playoff ranking was officially released. Miami jumps Notre Dame. Notre Dame's out of the college football playoff, and BYU gets bumped out after losing to Texas Tech. Here is what Mr. Yurachek had to say.
And that was the debate we had in our committee room into the early morning hours. And then again, as the sun was coming up. And the first move in that was we felt like the way BYU performed in their championship game, a second loss to Texas Tech in a similar fashion, was worthy of Miami moving ahead of them in the rankings. And once we moved Miami ahead of BYU, then we had that side-by-side comparison that everybody had been hungering for with Notre Dame and Miami. And you look at those two teams on paper, and they're almost equal in their schedule strength, their common opponents, the results against their common opponents. But the one metric we had to fall back on, again, was the head-to-head. I charged the committee members to go back and watch that game again, the Miami-Notre Dame game, because it was so far back. And we got some interesting debate from our coaches on what that game looked like as we watched it. And with that in mind, we gave Miami the nod over Notre Dame into that 10 spot.
Your thoughts?
Right. I think he's full of crap. How long have I been saying that Miami should be ahead of Notre Dame? Everybody, I think everybody thought Miami, or most people thought Miami should be ahead of Notre Dame because of the head-to-head and the fact that they both had the same record. To try to make it sound like, oh, because they were right next to each other in the rankings after BYU's loss. And by the way, why did BYU drop after losing to Texas Tech and Alabama didn't drop after getting pounded by Georgia? Why? Because there's a bias of the Power Four. I firmly believe this, Kravitz. Here's why Miami got in and Notre Dame didn't. Because Duke beat Virginia. And the ACC was going to be left out of the playoff unless Miami got in. All right? So Miami gets in and Notre Dame gets left out only because the ACC stunk so bad this year that Duke won the championship and they wouldn't have qualified for the playoff. So therefore, I'm sure the ACC behind closed doors said, hey, you got to let one of our teams in. And here's your perfect opening. Miami beat Notre Dame head to head.
Yeah.
And boom. That's how Miami gets in. The other thing that really annoyed me, and believe me, I'm glad Miami got in. Don't get me wrong. I think they deserve to be in. I just think the reasoning is full of it. All right.
Agreed.
The other thing that bothered me is guys like Feinbaum, and it's so predictable because we saw it with UCF in 2017. And back then it was just a 4-team playoff. So you could understand, okay, a group of 5 team is not going to get into a 4-team playoff. All right. Because there's too many other good teams. But now it's a 12-team playoff, and Feinbaum and those guys are saying, James Madison and Tulane, they don't belong in, and Notre Dame belongs in ahead of them. You can't have it. You can't have just a bunch of playoff teams and not allow a group of 5 team in. Those guys earned their way in, and just because Duke won the ACC, that's not Tulane's fault. That's not James Madison's fault. That's the ACC's fault. Okay?
Yeah.
Those are my thoughts.
We had Alex Dunno, who hosts Locked On Canes. He was on the show yesterday, and he said that you can even track this back to the tiebreaker system that the ACC has in order to get into their championship game, because Miami should have been in the championship game because of the way they had their tiebreakers set. Duke was in and not them, and then they could have avoided all of this mess.
How stupid is that, by the way? Everything is geared toward the college football playoff rankings. Why couldn't the ACC just say tiebreaker is who's the highest ranked team in the college football playoff rankings? Those are your 2 ACC championship game participants. How hard is that?
I still don't understand what the tiebreaker actually is, but clearly
like
it was enough.
Tiebreaker they went down to. How hard is it to say there's one tiebreaker who's ever ranked higher and gives us the best chance to get into the college football playoff?
And the only reasoning I can come up with, legitimately not a tinfoil hat reasoning for why Alabama didn't move, but BYU did, is that Alabama beat the team that beat them earlier in the season, and BYU didn't. BYU doesn't have a win over Texas Tech. Alabama at least has a win over Georgia, and so they kind of split. Maybe the committee looked at it that way. Up next, it's time for the magic word. Jeff Turner joins the show as we get ready for Cup action after this.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
You know, we played the old Christmas Carol. It's the most wonderful time of the year coming into this segment. And you know what makes it even more wonderful? When you have the peace of mind of a tailored investment portfolio. That's why I want to tell you about Trajan Wealth. When I first met with Trajan Wealth, I didn't get a bunch of gobbledygook. I didn't get a bunch of jargon. I got straight talk, not a sales pitch. They reviewed my plan. They explained my options very clearly and I could understand them. They helped me move over an old 401k I'd been ignoring Now I've got a clear strategy that's built around my goals. They're fiduciary, so their loyalty is to you, not to selling some product, all right? The more money you make, the more money they make. That's why they are loyal to you. And founder Jeff Jr. is a Marine veteran. I've told you about him many times. He runs Trajan Wealth with that same Semper Fi mantra he learned in the Marines. Semper Fi means always faithful, and Trajan Wealth is indeed always faithful to your financial future. Give them a call today, 407-204-0300. Tell them Mike Bianchi sent you, or visit TrajanWealth.com to schedule your free consultation. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC registered investment advisor, client, paid advertisement, additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Guess who's back? Well, it's your world champion Orlando Valkyries headed back to Addition Financial Arena for another exciting season. Head coach Amy Pauley has this crew ready to roll, and they're going to be unveiling their championship banner on opening night, which is Friday, January 9th at 7 p.m. Single game tickets are available by heading to their website. Family 4-packs, you get 4 tickets, 4 $10 concession vouchers, and 4 championship cups for only $100. Let's go support the team as they drop the banner on January 9th. We'll see you at the arena, and go Valks.
There's a crash getting cleared up, blocking the ramp from the express lanes of I-4 westbound to State Road 408. The off-ramp still partially blocked from I-95 southbound to LPGA Boulevard, and expect to get caught up in some familiar delays on the major roadways. They'll be slowing you down this afternoon if that's a part of your commute. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get 500 points for logging in to the Lowe's app for the first time. Take advantage of all your pro benefits today. Valid 12/1/25 to 1/7/26. Offer valid for first login only. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for more details.
Food for the workplace. It's a beautiful thing. It brings teams together, keeps them happy and productive. It's a great way to woo clients or celebrate wins. But if you're the one ordering all that food, it can be a lot. That's why there's Easy Cater, the easiest and most rewarding way to order food for work, with a huge variety of restaurants for any group size, plus tools to meet dietary needs and stay on budget. And with Easy Cater, you earn rewards points when you order, good for order discounts or even gift cards. For you. Go on, you've earned it. Order now at easycater.com.
Heavy metal on a light budget? If it's important, it's not worth compromising. That's why with Farmers, you get quality and savings on your auto insurance. Here, I'll take over. See what you could save at farmers.com.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliate. Products not available in every state.
A clutch performance is great on the football field, but when it comes to your freedom, clutch play from your legal representation is vital. When your freedom's on the line, you need Trey Flynn in your corner. Trey is a board-certified criminal defense attorney with 18 years of criminal defense experience. Trey's record speaks for itself. He defends DUI cases, serious felonies, and will fight tooth and nail to protect your rights and your future. Visit TreyFlynn.com or dial 407-557-6350. Arrested today? Call Trey.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Orlando.
This Christmas, give a gift that captures everything your heart has been holding. Something elegant, something beautiful, and forever meaningful. And now through Christmas Eve, you can get up to 40% off or take advantage of 0-interest financing for 60 months. At International Diamond Center, we know how love shines. Whether it's a dazzling diamond tennis bracelet, a pair of stunning earrings, or a trendy designer necklace she can wear all year long, our showcases are filled with love stories crafted in natural diamonds, colored gemstones, and gold. And if you thought about lab-grown diamonds, don't overpay. Let IDC connect you with our lab-grown wholesaler to save you thousands. Bottom line, at IDC, we're pulling out all the stops to make everything more affordable. So come and let our non-commissioned jewelry experts help you find something truly perfect and make her Christmas truly magical. International Diamond Center.
I'm Keith, founder and owner of International Diamond Center. Merry Christmas from our family to yours.
Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia. Store hours, locations, and holiday finance details at shopidc.com.
Enjoying a healthy dinner that tastes great means eating out at a pricey restaurant, right? Wrong. Healthy Choice Simply Steamers are delicious and healthy. The tray and tray steam technology delivers crisp veggies and tender protein and tasty selections, like Healthy Choice Simply Steamers grilled chicken and broccoli Alfredo. It's a satisfying meal with 28 grams of protein and nothing artificial. Healthy Choice Simply Steamers. What having it all tastes like.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays.
It's the most wonderful time.
Open the app and search Holiday and find Magic 107.7, Orlando's Christmas station.
I wish you a Merry Christmas.
Plus stations playing specialized holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, plus tons of playlists, even podcasts.
Last Christmas.
Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Open the free iHeartRadio app now and search Holiday to start listening.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
I don't know that John Summerall is going to be that guy that is able to hoist the trophy, but this is typically the hire that ends up working for you, not the one that wins the headlines and wins the circus. I think that the Gators may have dodged a bullet by not going after the highest priced clown at the clown show in Lane Kiffin.
Again, it's not like the Gators. You say that he Lane Kiffin outpriced himself. The Gators were willing to pay whatever LSU paid him. So it's not like the Gators got out of the bidding. It's that the Gators got rejected.
No, but that's part of the win.
Listen to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the iHeartRadio app.
Put your phone on D&D. That means that you're not disturbed when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D. That means that you're not disturbed when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Orlando's hometown sports station. This is 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the free iHeartRadio app.
This is Goga Bitadze of the Orlando Magic.
Three, and he missed it, didn't even touch rim. Rebound Suggs. He'll pitch it ahead to Goga running the floor. He's got 3 Sixers around him, and Goga fancy footwork, and he'll flip it up and in.
Welcome back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. Now time for the latest on the Magic. Let's kick it back to the studio for the Magic Ward.
Magic broadcaster, former player Jeff Turner, live with us to preview Magic versus Heat NBA Emirates Cup action, our game day preview, and today's Magic Word, powered by IBEW Local 606, proud to serve electrical workers across Central Florida, providing its members a supportive community, training, valuable benefits, and advancement opportunities. Jeff, it's Cup night. How excited are you?
I'm pretty excited, Brennan. I always love it when the Heat come to town, and I'm always looking for a victory. So it's going to be fun. Look, I'm not working, so it's going to be a little different, but I'm going to be there courtside just like I always am.
How different is the experience for you as far as your ability to stay locked in every moment? It's so different, I think, when you're calling a game because you have to be focused on every little detail. Do you find yourself kind of coming in and out of the game when you're watching it courtside, but you're not on the call?
Yeah, it is really a different experience because you got your headset in, you're locked. David and I, or Dante and I, are having a conversation about the game, so it is really different. I'm still pretty locked in, but I've got nobody to share my thoughts with on air.
Feel free to text us anytime. I know these guys are rich. These NBA players do very well for themselves these days. But the winner of this game, just for this portion of the NBA Cup, makes about $200,000. This still has to be something that registers for these guys. Do you think that it does?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I just takes me back to the days back in the in the '90s when we were in the playoffs and we were dividing up playoff shares that were it would come down to about $40,000, and we were counting every penny. To see who got what and who got a half share and all that stuff. It doesn't matter the amount when you're playing for something. I think it always makes it a little bit sweeter.
Jeff, I'm not saying that Magic fans were celebrating yesterday when we learned that Franz Wagner has a high ankle sprain, but man, what a sigh of relief among the fan base, and I'm sure among guys like you who love to watch him, know him very well. How big is it that the Franz isn't going to be out for a year?
I was pretty happy. I hated that, he's going to have to miss, what are they saying, 2 to 4 weeks? This depends on how he responds to treatment. But, when I saw it live in New York, your mind always goes to the worst. Oh my gosh, have we lost Franz for the year? I think for him, I'm happy for him that it's, he can get through this and still have a lot of season left. And, as a fan, I want to see Franz Wagner. We got to have Boogie on the court. That makes us that much tougher. So, I think tonight we're really going to miss him. He has played so well against this Miami Heat team.
David, fans and media like us, we're always comparing Franz and Paolo. Who's better? I'm not asking you that, but what makes Franz so good and what makes Paolo so good? What are their two separate attributes that make them good?
Yeah, I think both. High basketball IQ guys. I think Franz, his strength is he can play in any kind of system. When the Magic want to get out and run, he does that very well. He's a good one-on-one player. Terrific defender, as I said. For me, Paolo, I think people get caught up in the numbers with Paolo. I think Paolo just contributes to winning in that he's a playmaker. When we get later in the season, I always look towards the regular season's important, but who's going to be your guy that can draw a double team, can get a bucket when defenses are really dialed in and coaches are really dialed in the playoffs. And I think Paolo over the last couple of years in the playoffs has shown us that he can be that guy. So, I think the combination of those two together is pretty special.
Jeff, since you're a Vanderbilt graduate, I'm not allowed to tell you who I voted for the Heisman Trophy, but let me just say I had a lot of respect on my ballot for Diego Pavia, okay?
Yeah, I'm glad. I just it's a special season. I'm not going to tell you that I'm not biased. It's kind of like the MVP voting, isn't it? When you start looking at that, who's the most valuable player for their team? And if you put it like that, I'm not sure any of the other 3 invitees to New York kind of fit. Create as much value as Diego did for our Vanderbilt team.
Talking to Jeff Turner, Magic broadcaster. He's got the night off, going to kick his feet up there courtside and take in Magic versus Heat, just like the rest of us, with a slightly better seat than the rest.
Kicking those big feet up. Okay.
That's right. As great as the seat is down there, you guys don't have a lot of space, so no, not enough room for that logistically. But Jeff, this is now the third time the Magic are taking on the Miami Heat. How hard is it in general to beat a team for a third time?
Yeah, it's extremely. Even looking, we played them 2 games ago. Both teams very familiar with each other. Obviously being a man down, it looks like they're going to get Tyler Hero back tonight. So it's always hard. I mean, we always talk that beating a team 2 times in a row is always hard. And that third is really difficult from a familiarity standpoint. But the thing that I love about it is that familiarity breeds contempt. and that's what I want. I want the rivalry. I want it with not just with the fans, with the players as well.
Jeff, before we let you go, Eric, everybody thought the Heat were sort of going to be down this year, and they've changed their style of play as the Magic have. Eric Spoelstra must. We know he's a hell of a coach, but to do what they've done this year is pretty remarkable, I think.
I just, Eric Spoelstra to me is, if not the best, one of the top, 5 coaches in the league. I mean, my goodness, the one thing that's hard to do is, I think when you're in coaching, you've been in as long as Spoelstra has, is to change. They've had success running a certain system, and to look at the landscape of the NBA and, teams playing faster. And I mean, they were one of the top pick and roll teams, dribble handoff teams in the league as far as number of possessions. They don't do any of that anymore. I mean, they have completely flipped the script from being one of the slowest paced teams in the league to the fastest, high scoring team. To me, I was telling their broadcast crew, we saw them last week, it's one of the gutsiest moves, I think. And then to be able to sell that to your top players and get them to buy in really is remarkable. Eric Spoelstra, I have a lot of respect for him. He is a wonderful coach.
Jeff Turner, Magic broadcaster. You can catch him on FanDuel Sports Network throughout the course of the NBA season. Tonight, taking it in like a fan. Jeff, always appreciate the time. Enjoy the game tonight, and we'll chat soon about the result.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Always appreciate it. His game day preview powered by IBEW Local 606. More Game On coming up right after this.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Shout out to Mills Air for getting the Kravitz household feeling right ahead of the holidays. The vents, the outdoor unit, the indoor unit, everything is humming the way that it should. Beautiful thing. Mills Air eliminates the problems. They'll maintain your unit, and they are super friendly and helpful as well. It's a neighborhood business, but their reach stretches far and wide. Mills Air services every nook and cranny of Central Florida. Top-notch service, nothing but the absolute best. Whether you need a new unit or an update to your existing unit, Mills Air can help keep your home cool and energy efficient while improving your indoor air quality all at the same time. Protect your investment. Give yourself some peace of mind. Call Leon and the crew. Schedule your appointment and tell them that Brandon Kravitz from Game On sent you by. The number to call, 407-277-1159 and online at millsair.com.
Okay, fellas, let's be real. If your lady isn't herself lately, if she's tired, cranky, no interest in sex, it's not her fault. And if you're walking around with no energy and low sex drive, it's not just you getting older. It's your hormones, both of you.